everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus, and I'm going to show you really quickly one other kind of pocket that you could make, and we call this a library card pocket. So I've got a piece of paper that's a little bit longer and wider. This one, and you don't have to go by these measurements, but just to give you an idea, this is 3 3/4 inches wide, and it is about 6 1/4 inches tall. Okay, you can do it bigger. I wouldn't do it any smaller than this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up so that I have, it can be like 1/2 and 1/2 to 2/3 and 1/2. Okay, and I'm going to, I have to think for a second because I tend to do this wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay, so on this bigger side, I'm going to cut off about, just a second, I'll measure it because I'm not good at estimating. That's about 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm cutting 1/2 inch all the way to the fold. Okay, and then the same thing on this side, about 1/2 inch all the way to the fold. Okay, and then along the fold, oops, all the way to the fold. Come on, all the way to the fold. Okay. And then along the fold, I'm going to cut to that because I want to get rid of that piece, and I'm not going to throw it away, right? We're going to keep that with our scraps. Okay, so there we go with our scraps. Okay, then I'm going to, okay, I've got my piece that looks like this. It looks kind of funny, right? Okay, so I'm going to fold this up, turn it over, and I'm going to fold these pieces against the back, and I'll show you again. Hold on, but I'll show you again. Okay, so I've cut it like this. All right, I'm going to fold this up like this. I'm folding these two sides in. Okay, now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim this so I don't have anything extra hanging off. So I'm going to trim it right here. Oh, come on. And right here. Just to the corner, trim them off. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing up here so I don't want anything peeking through. Okay, so I'm going to fold it up, close it, and take it like that. Okay, I'm going to glue that shut. Let me get my little scraps first, and I'm saving them. I'm getting a nice little collection there. So I'm going to glue right on the edge to make extra room. So I'm gluing right on this edge right here. So it'll make it kind of a roomy pocket. Okay, same thing over on this side. I'm going to glue it like that. Okay, this is going to end up squeezing out a little bit, so I'm going to take my little cosmetic thingy and I'm going to wipe my glue so I don't have any glue stuck on the back. Okay, so there I've got this little pocket. Okay, now there's several things I want to do to it before I use it. I'm going to use my little card and I'm going to cut off my corner like that, and cut off this corner like this. And sometimes I do this with paper that I've printed on both sides so that this isn't going to be blank, but what I'm going to do this time is very simple. I'm just going to use my distressing ink and I'm going to make that all nice and brown. Okay, let me put something down on the table here. Put one of my other pockets because we're not going to see the inside of that, but I don't like it getting all over everything. Okay, so I'm just using my distressing ink to make this all brown inside. Sometimes I'll actually use a stencil and make kind of a design. Okay, but this time I'm just doing it very simple. Okay, so you see how that looks? And then I'm going to go along and I'm going to distress the edges. This paper doesn't really need it on the edges because it's brown, but it does make a little bit of a difference. Okay, and I'm going to kind of open it up a little bit and try to get in there and distress it. Actually, what would have been smart would have been to distress it before I glued it, right? But you know, I'm not that smart, guys. I'm just not. Okay. Now you can also cut a little thumb hole if you want. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to cut a thumb hole. Close my ink so it doesn't dry out. Cut just a little thumb hole in here. Because I just find that it makes it easier for putting things in and getting them out. Okay, and again, I'm saving my little tiny scrap, and you're wondering, what on earth is she going to do with those? And I just want to, this is really jagged, which is okay, but it's not really what I want. I'm going to add some more distressing ink there. Okay, good. All right, so then I can glue this on. So let's find a page where we want to glue this. I'm just going to go in a little ways. This looks like a good place. And I think what I'm going to do, yeah, let's just go ahead and put it in the middle. You can put this any place you want. I was thinking about maybe putting it up. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it up and then I'll put something else down here. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue all the way around the back. Or if I want to be really fun, which I think I do, I think I want to leave this side open so I can have something going in this pocket, but then the pocket will form a pocket too. Okay, so I'm going to leave that side open if I remember. We'll try. All right, so I'm going to put glue all the way around the edge except for that one side. And I don't put glue in the middle, even if I'm closing the whole thing off, just because if I don't put glue in the middle, then it makes the pocket a little roomier. It gives it some more give. Okay, so do you see how I left this side open? Because I'm going to make it so that it's a side pocket as well. Okay, so this is a top pocket, and I'm putting it up close to the top. And there's a couple reasons for that. Okay, one is so that when I stick something in here, whatever I have, the tassel or whatever, can stick out above the top of the book. And then I've also got a side pocket here, so then I can have a tassel or something sticking out the side there if I want to. The other reason that I have it so far up is because I decided at the last second that I want to make another pocket underneath it. So let's see what we have that would work well for that. Oh, how about this? This would be nice. Okay, so some of the same stuff, but I did it in a different color. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to cut this and we're going to make it into another pocket. And we just have to decide, do we want it to open at the top or on the side? Because we've got this up here. I think I will still have it open at the top. Okay, and I think I'm going to make it a roomier one because it's nice and big. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my edges. Okay, remember how I showed you last time. Fold the edges of the sides and the bottom. And see how I'm not measuring? Doesn't have to be measured. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay, and then I'm going to clip off my corners, which is why you don't have to fold it real perfectly too, because you're going to clip off those corners. Okay, and same thing up on the top because I don't want that sticking out on the top either. So I'm just clipping to where it's folded. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, and I'm folding it all in. I'm not going to glue it just yet because I want to distress it. And I think because I've got that little thumb hole here, I'm going to also cut a thumb hole in this one. And look at how nice it works, because here's this design, it's even on both sides, so I know that this is the center where I have that design. So I can actually try to make my thumb hole centered, because I tend to get them off center. I don't know why. I just do that. It's kind of funny. Okay, so all those scraps are going to go in my little spoon rest thingy. Okay, I'm going to distress the edges to make it pretty and make it stand out and look older. And I don't let it bother me if I kind of wrinkle up the paper or anything, because that's what happens to things when they're old and used, right? And I want it to look old and used. So if it gets kind of wrinkled or messed up when I'm doing it, that's okay. I don't want the journal to look brand new. I want it to look like it's been carried around and loved and written in and maybe even dropped in the mud here and there. Maybe a camel stepped on it, you know? Not really. I don't have any camels. How about you? Do you have camels? All right, so we've distressed it. Cover up my ink. Okay, so I'm going to, remember I'm not going to glue against this edge. I'm gluing on the inside edge right here on this tab that I've made, but on the inside edge so that it's going to make the pocket nice and roomy. All right, so I'm gluing there. Can you all see what I'm doing? I'm not sure. I'm gluing, and I don't know which way the camera is turning. I hope that this isn't upside down or something stupid. I wish somebody would come and visit me and help me figure out how to do this, because I'm just not good at the technological garbage stuff. So, all my whining and complaining, right? Okay, so I'm centering it under that other pocket, which is not exactly centered on the page, but that's fine. And if I wanted to, I could have put some cheesecloth at the bottom of this, you know, or put some burlap under it or anything like that. But right now I'm just kind of keeping it simple, and we'll get more complicated as we go. So there we are. We have a library pocket right here, which also has kind of a hidden pocket over here. Okay, because nobody knows that that pocket's there unless we have something sticking out from it. But if we wanted to hide something in there, we could. Maybe some money or something. And then, or a special note card that's really secret. And then we've got a pocket right here. Okay, so we've got 2 pockets on that page, which is really cool, and it gives us a lot more writing space. When you write, you can write on the page itself, you can write on the pockets, okay, and you can write on whatever you put in the pocket. So you've just created a lot of extra space for writing, which is one of the really fun things about junk journals. All right, I love you all, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, try to make like at least 2 or 3 of these library card pockets, and, you know, a couple more of these pockets. All right, I love y'all. Bye-bye.